Hey, everybody, welcome in. William is delayed just a little bit tonight, but he should be here pretty soon. So good to see everybody in the chat tonight. James Ryan, we appreciate you being here. Hearts and prayers with Texas tonight. Thanks so much. Yeah, we did want to say something about that. Our hearts are broken tonight. The shooting at the elementary school in Uvalde. Our hearts and our prayers are with the family of those kiddos and staff members and all of our heroic law enforcement officers who ran into harm's way to try and stop that situation. Our hearts and prayers are with you. We, of course, are in Texas. We're not in that part of the state. William is a little bit closer than I am to that part of the state, but our hearts and prayers are with those families tonight. Tough situation. Hey, William.
I'm always shocked whenever I join the stream and it's bam, throws me right on the screen. Hey, everybody, hope you're doing great.
we were just saying.
I'm used to it like pulling me in versus boom, here I am. So welcome in, everybody.
Well, I decided to go ahead
give me the old. Since we're talking Kenobi tonight, let me give you the old.
Gotta do that, yeah. Gotta do Jedi Master Will. And it takes a little while to get into the robes.
Gotta get it just right.
So yeah.
Hello there.
Yeah, thanks so much, Jim.
James welcome Ryan in, everybody. Thanks for being here. Sorry, I'm fashionably late. Had to get into my robes and the old nightly routine. But I had to get in my robes and get ready for the stream. So apologize for being fashionably late.
Good deal. No problem. I just had just gone live. I thought, it's live, folks. Sometimes life interferes. But we were just saying, our hearts and prayers are with the kids and family members in Uvalde tonight. The staff members, just a horrible, horrible situation down there, and I'm sure we'll know even more about that as time goes on. But our hearts and prayers are definitely with those families. I can't imagine heartbreaking situation down there. So, James Ryan, I appreciate your sentiment. Francisco, welcome in. So good to see you, Francisco. Dean the Turkey Legster. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it. Wonderful World of Walterstead. Mark, good to see you tonight, Mark. Thanks for being here, everybody. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Some of you probably came over from Vibe Project from their stream tonight. They interviewed Pete McDevitt.
Nice.
Really, really good interview. I was kind of up and down and in and out, so I'm going to have to go back and watch that. Pete, we all love Pete. Y'all know Pete McDevitt show. If you do not, you are missing out. Please check out Pete McDevitt's channel. Hey, so we refer to him fondly as the godfather of our Disney YouTube community. Pete is a wonder. He's amazing. He has a great story to tell, and he was on Vibe tonight. So Vibe Project, check out their stream if you have not done so. Be on Team Replay for them, and you're going to really enjoy it. Trust me. Jane Ann Travels, appreciate you being here tonight. Who else do we have? The chat's way behind in chat. Pam's fam, Pam, welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. Amy, AJC Magic TV, congratulations on your induction into the Disney YouTube Community Recognition Series Villains Awards. And I think Amy is Maleficent. I think Amy got my favorite villain. Yeah. So good for you. We're excited for you. Yeah. So excited to be refreshed on who this guy Obi-Wan is. We just, hey, it is May, guys. You know that May is just full of Star Wars. It's even fuller of Star Wars. If that's probably not good grammar, but it's even fuller this month because of the release of Obi-Wan Kenobi, of course, on May 27th. So we decided to talk a little bit about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Who is he? What's his backstory? Maybe do a little digging, give you some information about him that you don't know, even if you're a fan. I found out some things during my research on Obi-Wan Kenobi that I didn't know about him. So he's a great character. We're going to talk a little bit about him. Let's see who else. Oh, Tina. Hey, welcome. So good to see everybody. Thanks I think I've caught up in chat. Thanks so much, guys, for being here to discuss Obi-Wan Kenobi a little bit. It's always good to see everybody. We love spending Tuesday night with you. So
absolutely,
he is the only one that can help. He is. He help
He's
us.
Our only
Obi-Wan.
hope.
You're our only hope. That's it. That's it. So it's Star Wars month, guys. We had May the 4th. We had Revenge of the 5th. The 27th, of course, is when the new Disney Plus exclusive series Obi-Wan Kenobi begins streaming on Disney Plus. Of course, it stars Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's continuing that role, and I could not be more excited about this series. This is going to be something very different. Anytime they put forth the new Star Wars content, I'm excited. What do you think, William?
Oh, yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm very much looking forward to the show. Obi-Wan, he could very well be my favorite character in all of Star Wars. He's of the characters, he's kind of the one I can relate the most to. Just from a kind of a personality standpoint, I think. But yeah, he's I just absolutely love him. So, whenever I originally had gotten wind that they were doing a show specifically dedicated to him, I was fired up about it.
Oh yeah, me too. I was definitely. Surf Bum John, welcome in.
Yeah, welcome in, John.
Congratulations on your induction into the Disney YouTube community recognition series. And Surf Bum, I don't remember your character. You'll have to put your character. I know you're on vacation. So have you checked yet? John, we're excited for you. Welcome. Such a great supporter of our community, and we appreciate you so much. Surf's up. Surf Bum is in the house. Let's see. Let me go ahead and do this day in Disney history. William, unless you have something else, and then we'll jump right into this because we've got some.
Oh, that's good.
All right. This day in Disney history, there wasn't too much, guys, on it, but a couple things that I wanted to highlight. In 2013, down in Florida, guests met outside of Magic Kingdom Park as early as 4:30 a.m. this morning to be among the first to enter and kick off Walt Disney World's all-nighter. Now, do you guys remember these? I remember these.
Yeah.
I remember the all-nighters. Oh my goodness. Can you even imagine? I will have to say, as long as you weren't going into that on, 3-day-old park legs, like it was your, third, you'd probably be okay. But wow, what fun. What fun that would be. Oh, we lost William there for just a second. The other one is 2017. Excuse me, guys. My nose is really itchy. 2017, 6 years in the making. Pandora, the world of Avatar, is dedicated in Disney's Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World. The new land featuring rides, a restaurant, immersive entertainments, based, of course, on John Cameron's 2009 movie Avatar. Attractions were still include Na'vi River Journey and Avatar Flight of Passage. So we're always excited to have something new open. This was in 2017, World of Avatar open. And of course, Disney absolutely loves to hit anniversaries. That park officially opened on Saturday, May the 27th of 2017. And of course, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind is opening on the 27th this month. Disney loves to hit those anniversaries. So
yeah,
we're excited about that.
We're very excited for you, Keith. Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, very excited for you, Keith. Yeah, you're even under 20 days now, so that's fantastic. 16 days to your trip, 17 till you're 60.
Yeah,
so that is
just a little
phenomenal.
over
Very
2
excited
weeks,
for you,
Keith. Oh my goodness! I know you. I would have already drug up my suitcases already. I know you're.
Yeah.
I know you're really looking forward to it, Keith. We are just so excited for you. I can't imagine how excited you must be. So, congratulations and pack. You know, that's exciting. I love to travel, guys.
It's always great to have a countdown, and your countdown is getting closer and closer to zero. It's just that much more exciting.
Yeah, you'll be in single digits before you know it. So, okay. Oh, yeah. This is Jedi Master Will. Although, if you remember, Tina DCS. Hello, Tina. One of our great ghost hosts did tell us the first time she saw you in your Jedi robes, she said you look like Ewan McGregor.
I was after, which, man, I mean that's about as high praise as I could hope to as I could hope to get. I couldn't remember if it was Tina or if it was Stacy. But
I think
yes,
it was Tina.
Very much appreciated. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Jeanette.
It's Tina. There we
go. Sebastian the Crab.
Welcome to Jeanette.
It is getting lower, Keith. yeah, it was Tina. I thought I remembered it. And Stacy, if you're ghosting, my friend, if you're not here yet, that's okay. I know you'll probably be here pretty quick. But yeah, that was.
Hey, welcome in. Great to see you, Ford Man, aka Kenneth Oakes. Great supporter.
Always good to see you, Kenneth. Yeah, thanks for being here. Always good to see you.
Mark says, Will reminds Jillian of that comparison every day, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably so. Probably so. The other thing that we do want to mention, guys, and William and I did not collaborate on this ahead of time. So, I think we're going to ask trivia questions for the giveaway. We have three giveaways to do tonight. Nothing really big, but still very nice. We found these lanyards, and these were in the parks for a while, guys, and they are very nice, and I love them. This is a Star Wars lanyard. It has a Star Wars print on it. It has the red side.
It's kind of subtle. You have to look real closely to see the designs. You can see the Republic logo there. It
has the back side, but it's a really nice. It's very thick. It's a wide lanyard, great for pins. Has your loop at the end, and it's really a nice, just a pretty pattern. And again, the orange side, and then which puts me in mind of course BB-8. But yeah, has a great Republic logo there. Several symbols. So anyway, we have 3 of these to go away tonight, and I think we're going to do trivia. So y'all hang around, and we'll be giving those away tonight just because we're really excited about Obi-Wan. So
hey, welcome in, Tina. Great to see you, Tina Marie's or Team Marie's place. Welcome in.
Hey, Tina, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. See, there we go. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, Tina. Appreciate it. Nick, Movie Mania Nick, welcome. Good to see you. Okay. Obi-Wan Kenobi, of course, Star Wars character. First mention of Obi-Wan Kenobi is in Star Wars A New Hope. The movie came out in 1977, guys, and I stood in line for that movie. There you go, Stacy. My friend Stacy is in the house. That movie came out in 1977. I stood in line. How many of you in the chat stood in line to see Star Wars when it came out? And I know we're dating.
See how many people are willing to out themselves, potentially reveal your age a little bit.
I'm totally willing to do that. To say that I stood in those lines with everybody else wearing bell-bottom pants. Although I was a child, I was pretty young.
There's a cool picture that floats around on social media every now and then. It pops up of it's look at how cool your parents look standing in line for to see Star Wars for the first time.
Yeah. Okay, Mark. Okay. Well, you just missed out. I'll tell you. You just missed out.
I was going to say I didn't come along for quite a few more years after that.
Okay, Paul. Here we go. Catherine.
So that is a great question here. Jonathan Chong says my first was I'm guessing episode 6 in theater. Let's see. Amy says she saw it at the drive-in. So that would be my next question. Do you remember which of these Star Wars films was your first one to see in theaters?
Right. Yeah. If it wasn't A New Hope, which was just called Star Wars at the time.
Yeah.
If it wasn't that one, which one was it? Sir Alec Guinness played Obi-Wan in episode 4, which was my episode 1, Stacy.
Yeah. It's always funny how, the order all thrown.
Yeah, you have to think, off. Especially for me, because that was the first one, for me. But it's technically episode 4 because George Lucas wanted he had a lot more of the story to tell. And so they backed up and did the prequels in 1977, John. All right. There you go. I think I saw it maybe 3 times when it came out. I think I actually saw it about 3 times in the movie theater. And then in the 80s or the 90s, remember, guys, they remastered episodes 4, 5, and 6, which were the original Star Wars movies, and put them in theaters again. Anybody remember that? Does anybody remember that? I don't remember that. They did. They remastered the trilogy. We did the theatrical releases, Dark Side 1 through 3. Mark and I went as Anakin and Padme.
That is phenomenal. That is fantastic.
That is so cool. The high school Halloween dance one year. That is so cool. So I
want to say, was The Phantom Menace my first one to see in theaters, Mom? I feel like it was either. So I would have been. I'm Googling it right now. The Phantom Menace released May 19th, 1999. So I would have been turning 8 that year. I want to say it may have been my first Star Wars movie to see in theaters.
Oh, Saltwater Born, welcome in.
I would have been 7 turning 8. I can't remember if it was Phantom Menace. I want to say it was. I couldn't remember if it was Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones. Right. But I know for a fact I saw Attack of the Clones in theater.
Yeah, Catherine says, stood in line for those 2.
I want to say it was. I was, like 7 or 8. But I want to say that was my first. That was my first Star Wars movie because I can remember pretty vividly that whenever Darth Maul activates the double-sided lightsaber for the first time, and you see it shoot out one end and then shoot out the other. Oh,
that would be great.
It's such an iconic moment.
Yeah. Yeah, Irene says my mom made me Padme's floral dress.
Oh, wow.
That is so cool. I'll send you a photo on
That
Instagram.
is fantastic.
It's so cool. Stacy says I saw A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, Attack of the Clones in theaters for the original releases. Apparently had a thing for even numbers. Odd numbers were at home. Yeah. Yeah, so cool. I forced my now 16-year-old daughter to watch 4, 5, and 6 first. Now I prefer, I prefer to watch in order of release too, Jeanette. If somebody asks me, I always tell them watch in order of release.
That is a fantastic photo, Mark and Irene. That is amazing.
Oh,
I love it. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh my goodness.
That's so cool.
That is great. Oh my gosh, y'all are just kids. Y'all are just, oh my goodness. How cool
Wanted to say welcome into Saltwater Board. Welcome into Paul Engle and Catherine Wilby. Thanks for being here.
That is so cool. It's okay to rewatch in chronological order. The first time has to be in release order. I think the same thing, Jeanette. Yeah. I'm in chronological order. I'm in the chronological order crowd too. And Irene, do you mind if we show that on screen? That is so cool.
Completely up to y'all. We'll wait for your consent for sharing said photo. But thank you for sharing it with us regardless. That is phenomenal. I love it.
So first mention of Obi-Wan Kenobi ever is in Princess Leia's hologram, which she placed in R2-D2 with the plans for the Death Star. Here's her message. I'm going to read her message. This is the first time we hear about Obi-Wan Kenobi. And Leia's message is, General Kenobi, years ago you served my father in the Clone Wars. Now he begs you to help him in his struggle against the Empire. I regret that I am unable to present my father's request to you in person, but my ship has fallen under attack, and I'm afraid my mission to bring you to Alderaan has failed. I have placed information vital to the survival of the rebellion into the memory systems of this R2 unit. My father will know how to retrieve it. You must see this droid safely delivered to him on Alderaan. This is our most desperate hour. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. So there is the iconic message, the holo that Princess Leia sent to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Her ship was under attack. She made the holo and placed that and the plans for the Death Star into R2-D2's memory banks.
Yep. So I wanted to back up to Disney News just super quick. It's this day in 2017, the Pandora, the World of Avatar, opened at Animal Kingdom. I actually watched, I was working, and I actually had that streaming, as I was sitting there, working in my cubicle, and I thought it was the coolest thing. The real life Avatar characters and everything. It was so cool. And obviously very excited. This day, on Friday, the Cosmic Rewind opening. Friday's a big day because Kenobi is on Disney Plus, and I'm probably getting into Disney News real quick, but Kenobi premieres on Disney Plus, 2 episodes dropping first day on Friday.
Yeah.
And then
Guardians of the Galaxy.
We also have
Cosmic
the Guardians.
Rewind.
Yep, at Epcot. And then also, too, those are, which I feel like we all probably need a refresher at this point, but the next season of Stranger Things comes out on Friday as well.
It does. So if you're a Stranger Things fan and you didn't
realize that.
Lots.
Very big day for entertainment.
And I think there's something I'm forgetting. I think there's something else that's happening the 27th, I want to say, if anybody knows of anything else. But, yeah, there's a lot going on the 27th. That's going to be a great day. Lots of
So we did get the okay from Mark and Irene to share the picture. So I'll go ahead and do that real quick.
Okay, that'd be great. Yeah, this picture is classic. Irene, thanks so much for sharing that with us. We appreciate it. See if we can bring that up. So cool.
Here we go.
Look at
there it is. So there is Mark and Irene as Anakin and Padme. Let's see. What was it? Jonathan Chung says Top Gun 2 in theaters also.
That's it. That's it, Jonathan.
So that's the other thing coming out on Friday.
Yeah,
so there they are. There's the little braid that either Mark or Irene mentioned. The floral dress. I just top notch. Well done. That is the coolest.
It's neat. So cool.
Thanks for sharing.
Oh, you look like babies. You just look like babies. Yeah, Tina says she can't wait to see Top Gun. I have not been to see a Tom Cruise movie in forever.
Long time.
But I think I might have to break down and go see this one just because of the nostalgia factor. I might have to break down and go see this one. Yeah, that was really cool. Tina. Okay, Tina is reiterating her date for the Tron opening. So we're all the Silky Teen look exactly. Exactly. We all have pictures like that. We all have pictures that look just exactly like that. Anyway, let's go into a little bit of Obi-Wan's backstory. Wait a minute. I don't know. I know that you kind of prepared. Have your own, thoughts and notes on this, but Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'll have to say, I'll just as kind of a little, segueing into this. Obi-Wan Kenobi is definitely, yeah, exactly, Stacy. Obi-Wan Kenobi is one of my favorite characters.
Welcome in, Brian. Great to see you.
Wars. Oh, hey, Brian. And a lot of that, good to see you. A lot of that is due to Alec Guinness's portrayal of him. And we talked about this afternoon, William. I think that Sir Alec Guinness plays Obi-Wan so well. And he endears him to the fans. I think Obi-Wan, the casting was great in that movie, but Sir Alec Guinness's portrayal of him and the character himself, of course, immediately, made us fall in love with him.
Yeah.
Now, Ewan McGregor shut the front door. Wow. I cannot tell you how excited I was when I found out that Ewan McGregor was to play young Obi-Wan in the prequel. Absolutely loved it. Still love it that he is playing him. I love to watch the first one where his hair is kind of wavy and long. Totally love that. So we've kind of gotten to to see him as he's kind of aged some. As Ewan McGregor the actor has aged and changed since that first movie appearance. And now, I just cannot wait for this series. I'm really excited. Let's see.
Jonathan Chong says it's the only lightsaber owned and wanted beyond maybe Darth Maul's for its cool factor. Yes. Mm-hmm. So somewhere at my parents' house is the lightsaber that I built years ago, and it's double-sided. And I guess I was wanting to bring balance to the Force because one of the ends is red and the other end is green. And quite frankly, the reason I did that is because I did not want the double-ended red saber. And the reason I did that is because at the time, whenever you built a lightsaber, there at like Once Upon a Toy or Tatooine Traders, when you built a lightsaber back then, I don't know if they've since changed this or not, because Wyatt just made a single-ended lightsaber. But back then, the light only shot out one side. And so I wanted a green lightsaber, but light only shot out one side. So if I got a double-sided lightsaber, in order for the other end to have any sort of color, I had to go with red. And red and green were my two favorite colors anyway. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I ended up with.
Brian, I am hoping that now we've been in really good hands actually with the series that they put out so far. We've had The Mandalorian and Boba Fett.
Yep.
So I'm really hoping, Brian, that this is going to be a good series. I think it will be.
The people working, I trust the people working on it much more, and also too, so. I just, they've kind of redeemed themselves a bit for me, in terms of quality of the Star Wars content we've received recently on Disney Plus.
Hey, Chris.
I did want to mention along those lines. I did want to mention that just recently, Kathleen Kennedy over at Star Wars or at Lucasfilm, she said that they were going to move away from the trilogy approach and go with more.
Debbie?
Oh, what was it? More.
Welcome, Debbie.
More consistent, I guess, storytelling. I was trying to think of the term that she used, but we're going to continue to receive content, for Star Wars content at least, in the manner that we've been receiving it on Disney Plus.
Right, Brian. Yeah, it's not a movie; it's a series on Disney Plus. So we've had, like I said, we had Deborah Chow is director. She also did The Mandalorian, and I think she was also part of Boba Fett. So this is going to be a series on Disney Plus. It drops May the 27th. Give it a look, Brian, and see what you think. We're really excited about it because of the quality that they've put out. With the Star Wars, the last two Star Wars series.
So really the headline was Star Wars is no longer about trilogies. The series will now focus on consistent storytelling. That was per Kathleen Kennedy.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
Which I'm fine with, quite frankly, because it gives you, and here's the beauty of it. I don't know how many people in the chat, we mention a lot. Every time we talk Star Wars, we say, you got to check out the Clone Wars. We know it's animated instead of live action, but it just fills in so much color.
Oh my goodness!
With these characters that you see, especially in the prequel, episodes 1 through 3, you get to really know these characters on a much deeper level because you have more time to do it. And so, as long as the quality level stays high, I have no problem with them moving away from the kind of trilogy. And especially if you want to compare The Mandalorian to the Disney trilogy. I would much rather receive the quality and them being able to tell the story they want to tell without the constraints of a 2 to 3 hour movie. So I'm fine with that.
Absolutely.
And the only thing the one thing that bums me out about about this Kenobi series is the episode count is only 6 episodes.
Yes.
So
only 6.
Me being a Kenobi fan, fan of the character itself, himself, I want more. So. That's the only thing that kind of bummed us out. They are dropping 2 episodes the first on the 27th. So they are dropping 2 episodes on the 27th. It's interesting that it's only going to be 6 episodes. I wish it was at least 8. I want more from it. So we'll see. As long as they do a really good job, because again, we have the prequels, with Obi-Wan. We have the Star Wars, the Clone Wars with Obi-Wan. We have an episode, maybe 2 of Star Wars Rebels that mentions that features Obi-Wan as well. And then obviously we have, the original trilogy that features Obi-Wan, too. So we've seen a lot of Obi-Wan, but between all the various, forms of content over time. So given the time period, I'm very interested to see what they do with this character. But here we are 40, my bad. We are 34 minutes into the stream.
Brian says
talking.
we're going to take his nerd card away. He hasn't watched any episodes of The Mandalorian. Brian,
not gonna lie, that hurts me a little bit.
Best Star Wars content we've gotten since 1977, Brian. Oh my goodness, go watch it. Take the time to watch it. Just make the time to watch it. Yeah. It's The Mandalorian's fantastic.
Give it a chance.
So absolutely,
absolutely. Because I love it. I absolutely love it. Looking forward to Mandalorian season 3.
Yeah. Absolutely fantastic.
But let's get to know a little bit more about Obi-Wan Kenobi. He was, starting off, I guess kind of rewinding from A New Hope, where we see him, the character originally introduced in cinema, rewinding at his actual character's backstory. He is the Padawan to Qui-Gon Jinn. Let's see. He and Qui-Gon disrupted the Trade Federation's takeover of Naboo, where they battled Darth Maul. And here's another thing too: if you have only seen, if you've only watched the movies, Darth Maul actually survives being chopped in half.
It does.
Obi-Wan, he's there've been plenty of jokes made about
chops him in half at the waist.
Yeah, there've been plenty of jokes made about Darth Maul being lightsabered in half. But anyway, Darth Maul gets cut in half, falls down the hole. He does not die. If you watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars, you'll see a pretty decent amount of Darth Maul. And again, if you're a fan of Darth Maul, everybody thought, oh, he looks really cool, and then in the movie, boom, dead. But not really. So the only other place, the only other place where you see Darth Maul not dead after he would have originally been chopped in half is the hologram message.
Spoiler alert.
Is the hologram message that Kira receives in Solo at the end of the movie.
We're way past Wacko a long time ago already.
And Mark, he is he's insane. Yes, he's also featured an episode of Rebels, which was that episode of Rebels was very critically acclaimed. People spoke very highly of it. Hey, welcome in, Dave. And we'll mention that one too. But back to Obi-Wan, he trained 2 Skywalkers, like father, like son. Anakin was his Padawan after Darth Maul defeated Qui-Gon Jinn. The original plan was for Qui-Gon to kind of take Anakin under his wing, but with Qui-Gon's passing, Obi-Wan's expected to step up to the plate, and so he trains both Anakin and Luke. And let's see, his couple of his largest victories was defeating Darth Maul not once but twice, because again, we'll tell you the episode where you can go see that final encounter between the two. But he defeats Darth Maul and he defeats General Grievous, where we get him dropping in and saying hello there. To which every time I say hello there to someone, I halfway hope they respond with General Kenobi. Welcome in, Najuma Brown. Thanks for being here.
Oh, Miss Najuma, welcome. Thanks so much for being here. I was thinking about you today. Were your ears burning? Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. So Obi-Wan has Obi-Wan has quite a prolific background. He is probably one of the most powerful Jedi to ever live.
Yes.
He has an amazing history. As a Jedi, he became the first Jedi in 1,000 years to defeat a Sith, per the timeline. He was promoted to Jedi Knight and then put on the Jedi High Council. He took Anakin Skywalker again as his Padawan, and that was in fulfillment of Qui-Gon Jinn's dying request when again at the hands of Darth Maul. When Darth Maul killed Qui-Gon Jinn, of course Obi-Wan, was pretty devastated, and holding Qui-Gon Jinn in his arms, he said, "You have to complete his training," referring to Anakin. So, because Anakin's Qui-Gon Jinn believed that Anakin was the chosen one, believed it wholeheartedly that Anakin was the chosen one. We are so excited about it, Ed and Mindy. Speaking of Ed and Mindy, there they are.
Hey, welcome in.
Again, y'all check out.
Thank you.
We talked about your great episode tonight with Pete. That was such a good interview, guys. It was really super. Of course, Pete's great. But definitely check that out, guys, because it was really, really good. So Obi-Wan then, took Anakin on as his Padawan. He trained Anakin up until the Clone Wars, when Anakin became a Jedi, and they both served, if I'm not mistaken, William, they both served as generals in the Republic Army during the Clone Wars. Was Anakin a general too?
Yes.
I believe he was.
Yes.
I believe he was.
And he was also added to the Jedi Council, but not granted. Per Mace Windu, we do not grant you the title of Master.
He will, which is not supposed to be possible. That was one of the first dominoes that fell in his path to the dark side. Anakin Skywalker was impatient. He was very impatient. He was flighty. He didn't look before he lay.
He was a risk taker. Whereas and really, Obi-Wan, Anakin is just the type to put gray hairs on somebody who's, very dutiful and responsible and strategic.
Oh yeah.
Just the two are just, polar opposites.
They are.
Whereas Anakin is, let's just go take care of business. Right. Let's just get after it.
Obi-Wan's the planner.
Oh yeah.
The consummate. No, we have to figure this out. We have to have a plan.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. So they but at the same time, if you remember their relationship, they were so close. They were like brothers. They were extremely close. We'll talk about some of Obi-Wan's best quotes here in a few minutes, but Hatbox Ghost, welcome in, cousin.
Welcome in.
Great to see through you tonight. Nice to see you materializing well. They were so close, at the end there where Anakin, where he has to defeat Anakin. He says, you are my brother, Anakin. I loved you. It's heartbreaking scene.
Oh, it is. And you get so much more of their relationship, shown in the Clone Wars animated series. Yeah. The other quote, before he says that, you were the chosen one. It was said you destroy the Sith, not join them. Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness.
Heart-wrenching. Beautifully played by Ewan McGregor.
Duel of the Fates and the fight scene between Anakin and Obi-Wan with Duel of the Fates going on and everything. It's killer. People give the prequels a very hard time. And even George Lucas, admits they probably could have been a little bit better. But people people are way too hard on the prequels in my mind, and maybe that's my own bias in that I'm younger, and those were the ones that I saw on the big screen for the first, as they released. But yeah, or is some of the dialogue, could have been a little bit better, probably. But I think people are way too hard on the prequels.
I agree. I'll have to say I agree. I felt like the casting in the prequels was good. I'm not entirely sure. Nobody loves to hate Star Wars as much as Star Wars fans.
That is the truth.
I thought the prequels were pretty good, guys. Yeah. I didn't, have
Jonathan John mentions the high ground memes. So Obi-Wan is one of the kings of Star Wars memes.
That's true.
There's a lot of quality. There's one of him just sitting there, and the little subtitle says "visible happiness," and he's just sitting there smiling. And then and the other one too was whenever Obi-Wan portrayed Christopher Robin in the Christopher Robin movie with the Winnie the Pooh characters.
He did. Ewan McGregor.
Somebody grabbed a still of Pooh standing on one of the shelves, and added the text that said, "It's over, Christopher Robin. I have the high ground."
I haven't seen that one.
Oh yeah, it's very funny.
Okay, so when two of your favorite worlds collide,
welcome in, Shirley W.
Christopher Robin, Shirley W.
Yeah.
Welcome in.
And so,
lots of good memes from that one.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for checking us out. We appreciate it.
So real quick, I'm going to go on a complete sidebar because I was thinking about. We mentioned Avatar earlier. Hold on a second here. I wanted to mention, so Ewan McGregor portrayed Christopher Robin, which, Winnie the Pooh's, very near and dear to my heart.
Oh, yeah.
And he's also Obi-Wan Kenobi. And so I was like, that leaves Marvel as the next thing that, maybe they could slide Ewan McGregor into the Marvel franchise at some point. But I wanted to mention, Zoe Saldana. I was thinking to myself, okay, what? She is a character that's done, an actor that's done a lot of cool stuff. So Zoe Saldana is an Avatar. And she is in. She's Gamora, obviously, in Guardians of the Galaxy and other Marvel films. But she was also in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Curse of the Black Pearl.
She was.
And
do you remember that, guys?
I was watching that. So we watched that movie just the other day. Wyatt loves pirates. He's we rode the ride on this last trip.
She was also in Star Trek, guys.
Oh, was she? Oh man,
she was
okay.
Also in Star Trek.
That's right. That's right. I remember that now. Yep. So she's another one of those actors that has done a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Just being a part of some of the most iconic franchises.
That's true.
And so I added her, to my mental list of, man, that is super cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just, we saw her character the other day, and Jillian's like, "Isn't that Gamora?" I was like, "Yeah, it is." You're right. So anyway, random sidebar there. Back on track. Moving along. Move along.
Squirrel.
So yeah. So kind of fill in the blanks here. There's, and I think Stacy jokingly asked earlier, is there any way she could watch all of the Clone Wars before Obi-Wan came out? And no, you can't. Unless that's all you did between now and when the series releases.
Eight seasons.
I think 7 seasons.
I always want to say 8. Why do I always want to say 8? I got 7 seasons.
But unless you just completely binged it and didn't leave the couch for the next several days.
A squirrel. We chased a squirrel.
Yeah, we did.
It was a good squirrel though.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yes. Let's see. Yes, 7 seasons. So they had done 6, and then they released season 7 on Disney Plus. Years down the road. Which season 7 is high quality Star Wars material.
It is. Season 7 is very high quality. So let's just to kind of tie that up, guys, and we're about to
get back on track.
to get back on track.
Yeah.
Star Wars content. We're going to give you a couple of episodes to watch, and this is just 2 episodes, one from the Clone Wars and one from Rebels, that are key episodes for Obi-Wan's character.
Yeah.
And we'll give you some excellent background. I think they're 20, 30 minutes each. So we're about to give you those.
It just helps you. It helps you better understand Obi-Wan as a character, and it's a couple of
his
big
background.
moments. Yeah, it's a couple of very significant moments. For him as a character. And so anyway, the first of those. So let's see here. Let's see here. So obviously Obi-Wan trained Anakin until the Clone Wars. When Anakin became a Jedi, Anakin subsequently went over to the dark side at the end of the Clone Wars. And Palpatine executed Order 66 and became Darth Vader and helped Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine, begin the Jedi Purge, to which, not all of the Jedi were. Well, not all of the Jedi were wiped out. Obviously, we know Yoda survives. Based on watching, just episode 3, we know Yoda survives. We know the Padme's, kids, Luke and Leia survive, and also obviously Obi-Wan. So Yoda, Obi-Wan, Luke, and Leia are the ones that we see survive. Order 66. And so this episode, or this series, is going to heavily feature probably the Imperial forces tracking down Jedi, and so there's a video game called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Excellent video game that shows you in which there's a character by the name of Cal Kestis, in which, sidebar again, they just released Cal Kestis's legacy lightsaber at Doc Ondar's at Galaxy's Edge like a few weeks ago, maybe like a month or 2 ago. But anyway, it's really cool looking. It's actually the lightsaber originally owned by his Jedi master, which is Jaro Tapal. Excellent video game. But
good backstory.
Yeah, and you get in that game you find a holocron with Obi-Wan's message in it, talking about the fall of the Republic and of the Jedi Order. Let's see here. So all that to say, the first episode we want to mention to you is so a little bit of backstory. Obi-Wan was charged with on a previous mission that's not actually shown during the Clone Wars. It's only referred to between the 2 characters. But Obi-Wan had a love interest in his life. So quite frankly, he related more to Anakin than Anakin probably ever knew.
That's true.
In that manner. Because you never really see the 2 characters discuss it per se. But her name was Duchess Satine Kryze. So if you're a Star Wars nerd, obviously the Kryze name has gotten more popular because we've seen Bo-Katan Kryze on The Mandalorian. Which actually I've got the Bo-Katan Funko Pop somewhere in the house. So the first episode we want to mention to you is the Clone Wars Season 5, Episode 16, called The Lawless, which was written by Dave Filoni. In this episode, Darth Maul, who, again survived the, being cut in half and falling down a giant hole, we see him actually kill Duchess Satine Kryze, who, it's one of those situations. The reason they never pursue their relationship is both Satine and Obi-Wan are so dedicated to their jobs. Her being the Duchess of, she was a pacifist leader of Mandalore, which obviously you are not. Obviously, if you're a pacifist and you are the leader of Mandalore, Mandalore is largely considered a warrior, nation, and so.
Right. Weapons are part of their religion.
Yeah, exactly. And so anyway, it reminds me of that episode of The Mandalorian. So we actually see in this episode, again, it's Clone Wars Season 5, Episode 16, called The Lawless. If you want to talk about trauma, Darth Maul, Obi-Wan witnesses Qui-Gon Jinn being killed at the hands of Darth Maul, and then the woman that he loves, granted at a distance, is also murdered by Darth Maul.
Right in that episode, Darth Maul actually goes after Duchess Satine because he knows that Obi-Wan has feelings for her, and he knows that if he threatens Duchess Satine, again, who is the leader of Mandalore at the time, that it will draw Obi-Wan out. And sure enough, it does. It's kind of a tough episode to watch because if you've watched the Clone Wars up until that point, I loved Duchess Satine. I really liked her character, so you're kind of attached to Duchess Satine, and you don't really expect her character to be killed off. But
no. Here we go. So
she is. Yes, this is Duchess Satine.
Here's a picture. She's got her, Mandalorian headdress on as the leader of Mandalore, and
this is Obi-Wan.
Yeah, and that's Obi-Wan whose face she is touching there.
Mm-hmm. So, but they are so dedicated. Obviously, Obi-Wan is a Jedi, and personal relationships are against the Jedi code. You can't.
And the reason for that, is how basically the kind of the gist of the no romantic relationships for Jedi is that there we go. Here's another nice.
It would put you in a compromised position.
Oh yeah, it puts you in a compromised position, but also due to the fact that you have these powers to influence people's minds, the other kind of ethical dilemma is, you could essentially influence somebody to fall in love with you, and so exercising that type of power over another person obviously is not the Jedi way. So yes, there's a thing which. Well, we may talk about this later in the show, but there are some things I'd like to see in this series. But here's another, sweet moment between the Duchess and Obi-Wan, just kind of embracing there. But yeah, so there's a couple of visuals of the character that we're referring to. So let's see here. So yes,
that's true, Brian. Yeah.
Just
so that episode definitely.
Again. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, that episode I definitely watched, guys. Did you have anything else to? I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to continue on.
So the Clone Wars Season 5, Episode 16. It is on Disney Plus.
Yeah, and we already spoiled it for you, but it's worth the watch if you want to prepare and have something to watch. to kind of get you in the mindset of Obi-Wan and better understand his character, watch this episode.
Yeah, this is definitely with spoilers, guys. We're talking about Obi-Wan, and we're gonna
let's see here. Obviously, episode 3, Obi-Wan could not bring himself to kill Anakin since they had been so close. And again, the Clone Wars show us all, so many of the jams that they get themselves into and work themselves out of. And just it really
adventures really endears Anakin to you. And I have always been really excited that I went ahead at William's urging and watched the Clone Wars, not just for all the backstory, but it introduced Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah.
And I have loved Ahsoka,
which was such a beloved character by the community that they brought her into live action form in The Mandalorian.
Yeah. So,
and also Book of Boba Fett as well. So, then Obi-Wan is charged with keeping an eye on the son. They split up Luke and Leia. And Leia is sent with Bail Organa, and Luke is sent to Tatooine to stay with his aunt and uncle, Uncle Owen. Which Uncle Owen is one of the characters we've already seen in the trailers so far for Kenobi. So
and
basically,
Aunt Beru is also in there.
Yeah, Aunt Beru. So Obi-Wan is, basically has to keep an eye on Luke from a distance, basically. So I'm sure, the trailer's already shown us. We can kind of see a young Luke, sitting there, pretending like he's driving a pod racing. Which, again, that apple didn't fall far from the tree there. So I'm very much looking forward to this series. So I think it's really funny actually that Obi-Wan, decides to go by Ben Kenobi, and go by Ben, which, you're thinking to yourself, it's like, man, like that is not like the, not necessarily the greatest cover in terms of name changes. It's
still Ben. I thought the same thing. I thought, why would you keep Kenobi?
But anyway, the next episode we want you to check out. So again, the first episode we want you to check out to better understand Obi-Wan's character is the Clone Wars Season 5, Episode 16. It's entitled The Lawless, where we see more of the story between Obi-Wan and Duchess Satine and Darth Maul also kind of pulled together. The next episode we want you to check out for in preparation for the Kenobi show is this one's actually Star Wars Rebels Season 3 Episode 20 called Twin Sons, which was also written by Dave Filoni. In this episode, Darth Maul tracks let's see, is it Ezra that he tracks to Tatooine, Mom? I was trying to remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Ezra.
Ezra.
Yeah, he uses Ezra.
Yeah.
Darth Maul uses
Ezra Bridger is a young Jedi, kind of in training that Darth Maul tracks to Tatooine, and there's an encounter. I won't give it away. There's an encounter between Darth Maul, one final encounter between Darth Maul and Obi-Wan, and it's really, really cool. And just the dialogue between the two characters is also really cool.
It is very good. It's an excellent scene.
It's Star Wars Rebels Season 3, Episode 20, entitled Twin Sons.
And I will put that, I didn't get a chance, guys, but I'll put that in the description of this video. I'll make a note of those two in the description of this video so that you guys will have reference there. So Maul, again, in this one, is constantly, there's just a lot of animosity, enmity between Darth Maul and Obi-Wan. It just, they all throughout their lives, they are just kind of drawn back to each other. And Darth Maul is, homicidal maniac. He again, the Clone Wars and Rebels gives you so much background. If you're a Darth Maul fan, oh my goodness, you really need to watch both of those series. You will love it. You will love the backstory that you get on Darth Maul and his continuing a feud with Obi-Wan, because he is determined to kill Obi-Wan. It's just a it's just a thing with him. He is obsessed with killing Obi-Wan. So those two in particular, there's more, obviously from the two series, the Clone Wars and then Rebels, if you watch the whole things, you're gonna get tons and tons of backstory on these great characters. Lots of good information on Mandalore. Lots of good information on Ahsoka Tano and who she is. Lots of character development, guys, but especially for Obi-Wan coming up. And of course, later on we know that they've already started production for Ahsoka Tano, which will be their next Disney Plus's next series in the Star Wars saga. So I'm really excited about that because I absolutely love Ahsoka Tano. Mm-hmm. But yeah, definitely check that one. This Rebels season 3 episode 20 episode is also at the end. It's just it pulls at your heartstrings. So watch it all the way through. It's really, really good. So there's just a really good some pieces, really good pieces in that for fans of the original movie. So I won't say any more. I'll leave you to watch that. So then, of course, when Luke turned 19, Obi-Wan informed him of his Jedi heritage. After Luke ends up, it's a progression of events. Luke ends up with the R2 unit that is carrying the plans for the Death Star. And of course, R2 knows that his mission is to find Obi-Wan. He goes to find Obi-Wan, finds Obi-Wan, and Luke goes after R2. And that's what brings Obi-Wan and Luke together. And Obi-Wan sets Luke down and, says, I knew your father. Everybody gives him enough of it. And then they travel to Alderaan together to deliver the plans for the Death Star. Luke decides to go with him after Empire forces, after stormtroopers kill his Aunt Beru and his Uncle Owen. So he goes to Alderaan with the help, of course, of Han Solo, who's introduced. They book passage on the Millennium Falcon. That's how they come across Han and head for Alderaan. Mm. On the Death Star, they are not taken prisoner, but they end up on the Death Star. Obi-Wan faces Darth Vader once again and sacrifices himself so that Luke can escape. We all remember that scene. And, I have always, and I love the story. I think the story is great, but I've always really hated that Obi-Wan, Alec Guinness's Obi-Wan, was killed off in the first one. Now, he comes back as the Force Ghost. We see him, all the way through as the Force Ghost, but I really hate that he was killed off in that first one. I would like to have seen him live a little longer. Of course, they back up in the prequels and we get the young Obi-Wan, but
you can't win, Vader. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Yeah. So he actually sacrifices himself, allows Vader to kill him, so that Luke can escape. And then of course, for the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, Obi-Wan guides Luke telepathically and encourages him to use the Force to destroy the Death Star when that comes up. So it's just a wonderful story. He continues to guide Luke, as we call him a Force ghost, all the way through Return of the Jedi. He tells him to go to Dagobah to be trained by Yoda, and finally, confirms to Luke that yes, Darth Vader is his father, and that Leia is his twin sister. So, Obi-Wan is a very prolific character. Oh, hey, Downscale, welcome in.
Hey, welcome in, Downscale.
He's just a very prolific character all the way through, and the thing that I love is with the prequels, we got, Ewan McGregor as a young Obi-Wan, and then of course, Alec Guinness in episodes 4, 5, and 6. We got the Clone Wars, we got Rebels. Obi-Wan is a very, very strong character throughout the Star Wars saga, and on May 27th, we're going to get even more information on him. And gosh, we're looking forward to it, guys. So,
another neat quote I wanted to mention real quick. Kind of pointing to the relationship between Obi-Wan and Anakin, and the difference between the two characters is a quote, from Obi-Wan to Anakin. Says, "I've taught you everything I know, and you have become a far greater Jedi than ever I could ever hope to be. But be patient, Anakin. It will not be long before the Council makes you a Jedi Master." So again, that points to the impatience of Anakin, and kind of the wisdom of Obi-Wan to be like, it's coming, but it takes time.
And that's something. And patience was not one of Anakin's virtues,
No.
not remotely. Anakin was impatient from the get-go. I think it was just kind of part of his personality, and it was something that his Jedi training should have tamped a little bit, or tempered. Yeah, tempered a little bit. I'll get the right word here. But it didn't. It never did. And that kind of energy and, rushing in can be, that can be a good quality as long, again, as it's tempered with patience. And that's what Obi-Wan was constantly trying to teach Anakin, that he realized that there was a danger in that. Obi-Wan saw the danger in that, and he was never really able to to make Anakin understand that. And ultimately, the Obi-Wan's worst fears were realized, because of those qualities that he saw in Anakin, that he were could have been good, but actually led him to the dark side. Obi-Wan being killed off in A New Hope was Alec Guinness's idea. He was unhappy with being identified with that part and expressed dismay at the fan following that the trilogy attracted. I have not read a whole lot about that, Stacey. I know that in later years, Alec Guinness has really been amazed at how popular Star Wars is. I mean, you can't argue with success, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, I know that in the beginning he really didn't expect it to amount to much.
Yeah.
He really didn't, and so
Yeah,
Yes, he was wrong.
Brian, the Jar Jar Sith Lord theory is pretty funny and amusing that people have come up with. I did want to mention real quick, throwing it back to the that final encounter between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul. So I've got a reading off a link here from Stack Exchange where someone talks about this because it's very subtle. And so if you watch this episode, you'll see Obi-Wan kind of start off in a stance called Sarisu. So that's kind of his, hand outstretched, lightsaber in the air, much like I showed in the picture of Maul and Obi-Wan. It's a very defensive form, which Obi-Wan was heavily influenced by the encounter with Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn's defeat. So, reading from this link here, he takes that opening stance where he's got the one hand outstretched and then the lightsaber hand kind of more spoken like turned up in the air. It's that stance is called Sarisu, which is the defensive form, and Kenobi is the master of it. So Darth Maul doesn't take the bait. Darth Maul was a user of Juyo, which is a very aggressive form, which makes sense because he's a Sith. But Obi-Wan then changes his stance to Ataru, which is that elbow up pose that you see Qui-Gon Jinn take, kind of like you're in a batting stance, basically. And so when he switches to Ataru, Maul, kind of takes the bait because he's like, okay, here's my window. I'm sure that his mind probably went back to, it's like, all right, well, I, took care of Qui-Gon,
Right.
Obi-Wan's an old man now in this fight.
Right.
So
Not real old, but
yeah,
getting older.
Yeah. I mean, he's gray-headed in the episode. And so anyway, Maul takes the bait, comes in, and then Maul, I won't give it away. But so yes, Obi-Wan was a master of the Sarisu style, and basically baits in Darth Maul. So it's very subtle.
So essentially, he baits Darth Maul in with one stance, and then immediately changes, to a different tactic in the fight. And it's something that that Darth Maul, guys, Darth Maul is a formidable opponent.
Oh yeah.
And his backstory is really played out in the Clone Wars and in Rebels. And you can really, it's really, really good, the backstory that they give you on him and how he actually survived being sliced in half by Obi-Wan Kenobi at one point, and then comes back, makes a comeback. These episodes are really, really good, but it also really gives you marvel at how evil he really is.
Yeah.
At how evil. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what other word to use. He really is, and how twisted he really is. He is Darth Maul, Obi-Wan. It is never a Jedi's wish to kill anybody. They Obi-Wan, tried to avoid that, and all through their lives, and so it's something that they just were headed toward this, like they were destined to have this final fight, this final conflict. So really, really good story.
It's excellent. And again, that is Star Wars Rebels episode 3, or my bad, Star Wars Rebels season 3 episode 20, called Twin Suns. So this, and I want to say that they kind of had to tweak the story a little bit to make it a bit more uplifting. But
Russ has been a bad influence on you, Mark.
Yeah, there you go. Poor Darby. So Just to set the stage for Kenobi
You're spending entirely too much time with him. Sorry.
And the mindset that Obi-Wan is in at this point in his life. He's witnessed Darth Maul has killed Qui-Gon Jinn, his mentor and Jedi Master who he trained under. Anakin has chosen the dark side and become Darth Vader. Duchess Satine, who his love interest from a distance, never, they're so duty bound to their positions that they never act on it. But Duchess Satine murdered by Darth Maul, and Order 66 was executed, which wiped out the majority of the Jedi Order. And so
all of his people,
and pretty much everybody that he's ever been close to in his life, it's
in one day.
I mean it's brutal. And so he's still playing his role. The mission that he was given was to look out for Luke, go to Tatooine, look out for Luke, and he's off the grid. He is likely suppressing his force powers to avoid being tracked down by Inquisitors, which I'm sure we'll see some of that probably discussed in the show. So, and again, talking about Inquisitors. So basically the chain of command for the Empire, you've got Palpatine at the top, Darth Vader. You got the whole rule of two thing going on where, there's two, and you've got the Sith Lord and then the apprentice. And so, and then working kind of, underneath Darth Vader are these force wielding, force wielding Inquisitors. So the Inquisitors do some pretty cool stuff in Star Wars Rebels. That one of those characters, which we'll see being portrayed in live action, is the Grand Inquisitor. Which it's pretty cool. I don't know if we'll see this in live action form or not, but the Grand Inquisitor has a double-ended spinning lightsaber that he can use to fly, like through the air, because it spins really fast. So that's pretty cool. So I don't know. That might be maybe we'll see him go with like a superhero landing type style thing where he kind of jumps off a ledge and not full blown Mary Poppins. But, maybe we'll see him kind of float down at some point with the spinning lightsaber.
Yeah. So lots of trauma in this man's life. So at the end of A New Hope, they know that they have to protect. They know that let's see. No. Which one is it, William? At the end of which movie? They know that they have to protect the twins. They are actually Anakin's offspring. Padme and Anakin's offspring, Luke and Leia, are born. Yeah. The twins are born. And they know that they have to protect them. They have to hide them from Anakin. And so Leia is taken to it's how she becomes a princess. She is taken to her parents, General Organa, and she becomes Leia Organa. And Obi-Wan he says, "I will take Luke," and he takes him to his Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, where he grows up on Tatooine and that is why Obi-Wan is on Tatooine. He is there to protect Luke, to see that Luke grows up safely and is not discovered by Darth Maul, and that's why he is there. And this this series, let's see, let me get down here to my notes.
So, real quick, here's a picture of the Grand Inquisitor in live action form is shown on the far right. The Grand Inquisitor in Star Wars Rebels form is shown in the middle here, and then on the left is an Utapawan. So you can see that they kind of have, vertically elongated heads normally. For the Grand Inquisitor in this show, they, I guess, decided not to go with the elongated head that they had used for this race previously. So I did want to note that difference. Yeah, have a good night, Nick. Thanks for being here. So I did want to note that difference. Kind of changing the look of the Utapawan. And again, this is a trailer, still shot from the trailer, but it obviously looks like they've kind of, changed the character around a little bit. I did want to mention, which, kind of made me a little bit nervous, but the actor that portrays the Grand Inquisitor in the Clone Wars, which the person who does the voice acting for the Grand Inquisitor in the Clone Wars was Jason Isaacs, also known as Draco Malfoy's dad, Lucius Malfoy from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And so phenomenal voice. Just it's so good.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I was a bit bummed. I think it would have been really cool to hear him reprise the role, but they have gone different directions with characters, from animated version to live action.
That's true. But Jason Isaacs, can you imagine him reprising that role in live action? That would have been great.
One thing that made me nervous was the actor that plays the Grand Inquisitor for this show said he did not watch any of Rebels. And so hasn't, I guess kind of wanted a fresh take on the character. I don't know. Have a good night, Brian. Thanks for being here.
Brian, we really appreciate it. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Hurry back.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. But it made me a little bit nervous, but at the end of the day, he's still being guided by people that are, big time Star Wars nerds. Right. So,
I think we're in good hands. Hopefully, he's in good hands.
Yeah, I had heard that Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen both had watched the Clone Wars, prior to taking these roles back on. So, excited about that. And at the end of the day, the Star Wars content we've been getting lately, has on Disney Plus has been better, in my humble opinion, than what we got in the Disney trilogy. Jonathan Chong says sometimes not watching can be a good thing. Yeah, that's fair. And so anyway, I wanted to show the Grand Inquisitors. Let's see. Lightsaber real quick.
Stacy, I'm not sure on that. I'd have to kind of think about the timing of it. They did replace Darth Vader with Hayden Christensen. Well, for Darth Vader, old Darth Vader appears in the Darth Vader garb. So, Hayden Christensen was the logical, way to go with that. I don't know. I guess with Alec Guinness, okay. Let me see if I can get my thoughts together here, Stacy. Obi-Wan died when he was older. He actually looked like Alec Guinness. And with a Darth Vader, they obviously didn't want him to appear, as, I guess they didn't want to put him in as the, because he he was kind of deformed and marked from his from the burns that he received when he became Darth Vader.
I think the thought process behind I think the thought process is that the reason they went that route is because Ewan McGregor, he's why didn't they replace Guinness with Ewan McGregor? It's because Obi-Wan was a Jedi his whole life, and so Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker ends up receiving a Force ghost. And so I guess that, thinking about that decision, I guess they decided to kind of throw it back to when, he would truly
was good.
Yeah. To when he was good. Truly a Jedi,
Yeah. So when he was good. Yeah. Oh, hey.
That's the thought process. Here is a picture of the Grand Inquisitor's lightsaber that'll be featured in Kenobi. It's double-ended and it spins, so it's super cool. So I just wanted to point that out there. And, like I said, in Rebels, he actually is actually able to use it to fly. So that's pretty sweet.
Okay. Let's see. Oh gosh, guys, we've still got a good bit to do. We haven't. Here's. Okay, let me go ahead, guys, and do Hitchhiker Highlight right quick and cover that. You think, William, and then we'll do our trivia questions.
Sure.
Let's do that. Hitchhiker Highlight. Obviously tonight, guys, watch Obi-Wan Kenobi. It premieres May 27th. It's TV. It's rated TV PG. There are 6 episodes. I wish there were more. It is a Disney Plus exclusive. George Lucas, of course, creator from Star Wars. The director is Deborah Chow. I'm excited about that because she did have a hand in The Mandalorian and also Boba Fett. It stars Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. Yes, Hayden Christensen is coming back. Yay. In the roles of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader. Joining the cast are Rupert Friend as Grand Inquisitor, Moses Ingram as Inquisitor Reva, Joel Edgerton as Owen Lars, Luke's uncle, Bonnie Plessy as Beru Lars, Luke's aunt, and Grant Feely as a young Luke Skywalker. And there, of course, are several others in the cast, but those are the title roles. The music is done by Natalie Holt, and obviously the classic John Williams music is thrown in there too. So interesting to see, what Natalie Holt contributes music-wise. I would hate to have to. I'd hate to have to put my work up against John Williams if I were she, but we'll see how she does. Obi-Wan Kenobi, this series begins 10 years after the dramatic events of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, where Obi-Wan Kenobi faced his greatest defeat, the downfall and corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice Anakin Skywalker, who turned to the dark side as evil Sith Lord Darth Vader during the execution of Order 66. So that's where Obi-Wan Kenobi, this series actually starts, which is 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. So that's just to kind of set it up. That's where we are, guys.
All right. Let's see here. You want me to cover Disney news real quick?
Yeah, be great.
Let's see here. Yeah, Mark says about the same age we first see Anakin. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So on the 27th again, Friday's a big day. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind will officially open on the 27th. Let's see here.
Stop.
You have there will be a virtual queue for it. No standby line when it opens. You have chances to get a boarding group, much like we have with Rise and Remy Ratatouille Adventure. You have a chance to get a boarding group at 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. a third chance will be offered at 6 p.m. for guests of deluxe resorts and Swan and Dolphin only. So on Friday, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind opening at Epcot. We have the Obi-Wan Kenobi series premiering this Friday. And Stranger Things on Netflix will premiere season 4 on Friday, which I wanted to mention. Most of you are not, in Texas, let alone the DFW area, but apparently there is a pop-up store, a Stranger Things pop-up store at the Grapevine Mills Mall in Grapevine, Texas. Yeah. So very close to DFW Airport. It's only going to be there for a period of time. It looks really cool. I've actually seen a friend of mine post some pictures. She works for some sort of news source. But she posted some pictures of her at the store, and it looks really cool. So I'd like to check that out at some point. We'll hopefully be able to make that happen. You'll know. You will know if I do.
Popping up in other places in the country, maybe, or if that's the only one. Or
so I can't remember where the other one is. I think it's only at 2 places currently, but I would imagine it'd be some sort of tour. But who knows? You can look up more if you want to know that. And then the other thing too we had mentioned earlier in the stream was Top Gun. The sequel to Top Gun also releases on Friday.
Yeah, lots of good entertainment.
Beginning June 8th, you will no longer be able to purchase Genie Plus when you book your vacation. You'll have to wait to do it the day of your visit. So, I'm thinking about the show and the guest customer experience. My thinking is this is not a great move on their part. Granted, you may not have to do as many reimbursements, maybe. I'm not entirely sure what their motivation behind this is. If you know, let me know in the chat. But that starts June 8th. Let's see here. The 4th of July fireworks are returning to the Magic Kingdom this year on both the 3rd and 4th. So I'll be looking forward to watching Resort TV 1 stream the 4th of July fireworks this year. And also the Food and Wine Festival kicks off July 14th at Epcot. So got that to look forward to. Other big Disney news is the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is officially returning for 2022. The dates are there are several dates in August, September, and October. If anybody goes to that, if you go to Not So Scary and you dress up, or if you just want to send us a picture from the event, send it to our Instagram. We would be glad to.
Well, hey Jeff,
to show everybody your pictures from the Not So Scary Halloween Party. So we're thrilled. Hopefully, everything that comes along with the Halloween party will be back. Boo Bash was a bit different. But hopefully, all of the offerings that came along with the Not So Scary Halloween Party will also return with the return of the party. So, hey, welcome in. Great to see you. It is our dream. We love Jeff and Ange. Check out their channel if you haven't already.
Yeah, good to see you guys. Yeah, so I don't know if that's a good idea. You were able, like when you were booking your vacation, your travel agent was able to go ahead and schedule Genie Plus, on, depending on what park you were going to be, you were able to go ahead and schedule that. Now you have to do it the day of. I don't know, guys. All of this, all of this has been introduced, little by little by little by little. And I think a lot of us have kind of been like frogs in a boiling pot. With this, it's been introduced so gradually that we just kind of try to keep hanging on. For people who don't go to Disney a whole lot and who don't keep up with all this and they go maybe once every 5-10 years, I think this is going to be problematic. I just, I've heard a lot of people and seen a lot of people in different chats say it's just too complicated to go to Disney anymore. So, we'll see how this goes. A lot of people are traveling right now because everybody's sick of being inside and because of the 50th. But we'll see how this works out, after the 50th is over and people are kind of back on a regular schedule with their vacationing. And Mikey, good to see you, says now you're able to pick the day you want Genie Plus before you had to book it for your whole trip if you did it pre-order.
Okay. Right. Well, there we go.
So
thanks, Mikey.
Yeah, you had to get it for. That's true. Yeah,
all or nothing. Then I guess if you were going to buy it in advance previously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was kind of an all or nothing deal. But my question would be, if you wanted to really give people a better experience, then why not just let them do that when they book when they book it, let them choose the days that they want it. I mean, it doesn't have to be either or. Just allow their travel agent to book Genie Plus on the day. If you want it just for your Magic Kingdom day, okay, book it just for a Magic Kingdom day. Build in the versatility there for people who want some of this planned out before you get to the parks. Having to think about all this and do this, the day of when you get to the park, is kind of a pain. And all of this, kind of stems from Max Pass that was at Disneyland, and I didn't care for it at Disneyland either. So we're planners, but I know the again, mileage may vary on that. But anyway, that's yeah, there's some of Williams Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween.
Oh yeah, here's throwback here real quick to 2016 at the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. You've got Jillian as Anna and me as Kristoff. We were with Jafar, and when I met Jafar, I told him, I said, Jafar, he's our man. If he can't do it, great. Quoting the genie from Aladdin, obviously.
I think he was not pleased. He was
no, he got a good kick out of it. So it was a lot of fun. Very much looking forward to the return of the Not So Scary Halloween party.
Yeah, that's good. It's going to be fun. I hope we want the full party. We want the full thing back. We want, the hours, back to, allowing you in at about 4:00 all the way to midnight. We want the whole thing. We want to booty you the whole bit. So I hope so.
I've got another picture to share. From the Halloween party, Jillian and I were able to ride Seven Doors Mine Train. Let me share my screen real quick. For it. There we go. So here's Jillian and myself.
Oh, that's cool.
Riding Seven Doors Mine Train in costume. You see Jillian's cape kind of flying behind her a little bit there, and I'm waving at the camera. Jillian's kind of doing a princess pose there. So. Again, very much looking forward to the return of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, hopefully the West Coast will get Boo Bash. No official announcements on that, but we'll see if Boo Bash is, of course, Disneyland's version of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. So, okay, let's see. Where were we, William? We said Food and Wine kicks off July the 14th. We're talking about Mickey's Not So Scary. I think we should probably go ahead and do our trivia questions.
Oh, yeah.
Should we go ahead and get that done? And then
let's say, bless your heart, if you hung in there this long, it's getting close to midnight on the East Coast. But a lot to talk about. We're very excited for Kenobi. So if you've written it out for this long, hopefully you'll be rewarded. Mom, do you have? Let's see. So again, reminder real quick. We have Kenobi Craze coming up next week. It's going to be Thursdays at 12:00 p.m., 12:00 p.m. Central, 1:00 Eastern, Walt Disney World time. So next week, since 2 episodes are coming out on Friday of this week. We're going to be doing 2 episodes of Kenobi Craze next week. That'll be Thursday and Friday of next week. So we'll do Chapter 1 on May 2nd, Thursday of next week, and then Chapter 2 will be Friday, May 3rd of that'll be June 2nd and 3rd. So after that, each show will go back to releasing on, we'll go back to doing live streams on Thursdays for Kenobi Craze for all 6 episodes of Kenobi Craze. Let's see here. There are a couple new videos up on the channel. I opened a Star Wars mystery pin pack, and Mom was able to find my old footage and piece together a video of that unboxing, which actually I completed the set. So I opened 5 pins that I didn't already have, and I have since completed the set. So thrilled about that. Since I got the C-3PO pin that I was missing on this past trip. Let's see here. Again, I'm yet another C-3PO away from having 2 of that set completed, which is pretty funny.
And Mike says they have announced that Oogie Boogie Bash is coming back to Disney.
Okay.
So
okay, cool. It looked really neat last year. Yeah, that's really good news.
Yeah.
Also, another video as well. Jillian posted a video of the Casey's Corner piano player, Grayson, who is one of my favorite cast members, playing several different songs. Plays some of Hakuna Matata, plays some of I Just Want to Be King, or I Just Can't Wait to Be King. Plays some of We Don't Talk About Bruno, and also Colors of the Wind as well. So if you haven't already checked that out, it was it cracked me up a little bit because I was heavily featured in 2 videos last week and didn't put either one of them together myself. So
thanks, John. Thanks so much.
I appreciate fairly amused by that. Welcome in, Ann. Great to see you. Yeah, yes, I agree. Garrett. You and Michelle and Hannah and Gabe need to go to Oogie Boogie Bash.
Yeah, you do.
We would love to see it.
Definitely.
Let's see here. Have a good night, Jane in Travels.
Thanks, guys. Okay. All right. Is everybody ready? I should have done this a little earlier, guys. Sorry, we got busy talking about Obi-Wan, but this is the lanyard. It's a nice wide Star Wars lanyard, and I've already got some Star Wars pins on mine because I do have this one for my own pin collection. But here it is. We have 3 of these to give away. Everybody ready? These questions, guys, we'll see. These are questions that I probably would have known the answer to. But what we're going to do is I'm going to ask a question, and then we're going to take the first answer that we see in the chat. So whomever gets the question right is first that we see in our chat we're gonna ask three trivia questions, so everybody kind of get ready for that. Is everybody ready? Oh, good.
Thanks for hanging in there.
Thanks so much. Okay. Okay. First question. Now, again, these these were things that I could remember only because my brain holds a lot of useless trivia and lines from movies that probably should go away so I could keep more important information in its place, but I don't. So, okay, first question, guys, is everybody ready? Your first answer is D. It is not multiple choice. I guess I could do multiple choice on this. If I made it up, I probably should have made this a multiple choice. But we'll see. We'll see how many of you have useless trivia in your heads like I do. Okay, first question, guys. C-3PO is fluent in how many languages? C-3PO is fluent in how many languages? Now he says that he tells. We've got some truths and some falses. No. 999. Excellent guess, but no, Garrett. All of them. Stacy Scott. Now he does say, if you remember his first conversation with Uncle Owen, he tells him, I am fluent in over X number of languages.
We're getting closer.
Close.
There are a few answers there that are getting close.
Right. There you go.
Nice, Mark.
Oh, okay.
We do have an answer.
Yes.
The correct answer.
Yes, we do. Yeah, that is correct. That is correct. The one that you see, I think, is correct.
Bingo. Yep. Jonathan Chong.
Jonathan
correct answer.
Yeah.
Over 6 million.
Jonathan got it.
Nailed it. Great job.
Remember, he tells Uncle Owen, I'm fluent in over 6 million forms of communication. And he asks him if he could speak Bocce. And because Aunt Beru tells Luke to remind him. Alexa knew it. 6 million.
Nice.
Jonathan, you're good. Jonathan, did you know that, or did you Google it? Again, this is the kind of information that sticks in my head, guys. Okay, so Jonathan, you've got one coming. Got to land. You're coming. Okay, question number 2. Guys, we're ready for question number 2. Now, this one is one, again, these are kind of nerd questions, guys. So I didn't, if they're too easy, think, well, we can handle some harder questions with this group, I think. How old is Yoda when he dies? How old is Yoda when he dies? Good guess, Garrett. Good guess. Excellent guesses, Garrett. 999 again. How old is Yoda when he dies? Getting close. I don't see the number yet. Annie, you are really, really close. And you're close. Oh, Garrett got it.
Hey, there we go.
Garrett got it. 900. Good job, Garrett. Okay. Garrett, Monarch Moments. Star Wars Lanyard. Coming to you. Good job. Okay. Last question, guys. And we're going to get this last question in, and then we're going to wrap this up and I know some of you are not going to bed, but I probably will at some point. Okay. Now this one is a tougher one, guys. Everybody recall the Star Wars dialogue that is floating around in your head. Okay. Recall the Star Wars dialogue, and I bet you can come up with this one. In the first Death Star, okay, the first Death Star, what detention block was Princess Leia being held in?
Oh, my.
What detention block? It's said several times. What detention block was Princess Leia being held in? Yeah, that's, yeah.
Tina D.
This could kind of be just think about, I don't know how, it depends how long it's been since you guys watched Star Wars, I guess. Okay, no hating on Hayden Christensen, Garrett. No hating on. Close, Mark. 2319. D. Good question. What? And y'all can't Google. See who's quickest on the draw. Debbie got it. Debbie. AA 23.
There you go.
There you go.
We have a winner.
Okay, guys.
So what? Let's see. To follow that up, Debbie, the cell number is 2187. So detention block AA 23. The cell was 2187.
Yeah.
Great job. Well done.
Yeah. Excellent. Good job, guys. Okay, so Jonathan, Garrett, and Debbie. Debbie, I don't know if I have your address.
Yeah, send us a message on Instagram or email us at the hitchhikingbones@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Stacy says, have we watched The Quest? I've not watched The Quest yet. I've seen it advertised. But no, I have not seen The Quest yet, to answer your question.
No.
And Mom hasn't mentioned it to me, so I'm going to she hadn't seen it either.
I'll also throw in, guys, some Hitchhiking Bones merch, some buttons, a few things like that, stickers. So with that, so Jonathan, Garrett, and Debbie, congrats. I know those were a little bit tougher, but you know we're a lot of us are Star Wars nerds, so.
One of my in reference to that scene, one of my favorite moments of dialogue, and probably Han Solo moments, is him communicating. Oh my goodness, him communicating with the others.
Debbie, good job.
In another place in the Death Star, they're checking to see how things are going down there, and Han Solo says, "We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?"
And it's just boring conversation anyway, and he blasts the console.
He steps back and blasts the little intercom thing there. And I also love the GIF of him stepping back and blasting the intercom, because there are days that I feel like that too.
Yeah, boring conversation anyway. Yeah. Congratulations, guys. Again, send us your dress if we don't already have it.
I don't know if this is true or not, but in Googling that moment, it says all the dialogue when Han is on the console on the Death Star talking to the commanders was all ad-libbed. Harrison Ford deliberately didn't learn the lines so that it would sound more spontaneous. If that was ad hoc and that he just ad-libbed it, that is amazing.
Yeah, it was. It was really
so funny.
It was, it kind of sounds like he did.
Yeah.
I mean, just thinking about that scene, it was really a hoot. Okay, guys, let me look here. Is there anything else?
Garrett says, I donate my gift to Mikey because he flies the Falcon better than Jeff.
Oh,
I will note that here in my notes.
All right. Garrett's goes to Mike. That is so sweet of you. Mike. All right. All right. For you. Thanks, Garrett. That's so sweet.
Yeah, very generous of you. Thanks, Garrett. Yeah, there's Mikey.
Yeah, sweet. Now, Mike said Mikey, says, kind of going backwards a little bit, guys, but Mike said he didn't have any trouble, with GD Plus on his phone.
Good.
So,
yeah, that's good.
It's good.
Let's see here. Oh, no. Dave just answered our question, the third question. So, if a little bit behind there, Dave, but
yeah,
maybe you'll get caught back up with live. But just saw that. Yeah. Well, welcome back to live, Dave. Thanks for jumping
guys,
back
we
ahead.
appreciate it. If you're still here, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for hanging in there.
Hanging in. We just wanted to go over the character, Obi-Wan.
Two other quick Disney news notes. Thor: Love and Thunder, another trailer released today. The movie is set to open July 8th. And Hocus Pocus 2 will come out on September 30th on Disney+. So, yeah.
So those are coming up. Yeah, those are things to kind of look forward to, guys. More stuff. Lot of good entertainment.
Oh yeah, good job, Tina. Thank you.
We've got a lot to look forward to. We really do. Guys.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. William, let's see if you want to go ahead and cover our general announcements there.
Yeah, check out our partner channel. They're here in the chat. Oh, here we go. Mikey says, breaking, Oogie Boogie Bash will return to Disney California Adventure for 2022. We mentioned that a little bit earlier. I think somebody on the chat had mentioned that as well, but thank you, Mikey, for that reminder, for anybody that may not have been in the chat when we mentioned it. Check out speaking of Disneyland, Disney California Adventure, check out our partner channel, Monarch Moments. They go live Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. They have Fun Food Friday live streams. It's always fun. Check them out. The streams usually happen around 6 o'clock p.m., sometimes 6:30 Pacific time. That's 9 or 9:30 Eastern. They were at Disneyland not that long ago and live streamed World of Color and the Main Street Electrical Parade. They also have 4K video of the entire parade on their channel, so check that out if you haven't already. TheLivePlace.com is basically a TV guide listing for family-friendly live streams and content. Check out Dean's YouTube channel, Dreamers Empire. Shout out, and also the Live Place YouTube account as well. Mom has some really cool Star Wars stamps there.
Oh, I just wanted to show you this, guys. If you're gonna pay bills, I know some of you send out notes too, like I do. If you're gonna pay bills, put some Star Wars stamps on there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
so you got a Gaunt droid, you've got an IG droid, you've got R2D2, Dio, a K2 droid.
Yeah.
You got L3 from
There's
Solo, Chopper from Star Wars Rebels, C-3PO, BB-8.
Yeah.
That is a solid lineup of droid stamps.
It is. These are forever stamps, guys. They're at your post office now. I got several sheets of these, so just fun. Yeah, if you're gonna mail stuff, it's fun to put a neat stamp on there because they don't cost any more. It's a first class stamp than anything else. So I just thought I'd show you those. I put these on our Instagram. I can't. There's a couple.
So Jonathan says Phantasmic will be great. That was one note that I don't think that I mentioned. Phantasmic. Trying to track it down here. Phantasmic returns to Disneyland May 28th. We still don't have a date.
They have a date for Phantasmic?
You put it in the notes.
I did. Well, I was thinking of something else probably that doesn't have a date yet. But okay, so that's the 28th. So that's good. I was probably thinking of something else that doesn't.
Yeah,
we had some things that had
May
dates
28th.
And some things that didn't. So good deal.
Recently celebrated 30 years since Phantasmic rolled out, which I didn't realize Phantasmic had been around that long. So really cool. Let's see here. If you're a YouTube creator looking to grow your channel, check out TubeBuddy. It's a great tool. Tracks viewing trends, suggestible keywords for titles. Tracks channel data that's really helpful to help you grow your channel. Basic version's free. There's a paid version. If you have under 1,000 subs like we do, it's discounted for the paid version. So check it out if you use the link. If you decide to check it out, use our link below. We both get a free month. Sticker Mule. It's another win-win situation. If you need buttons, stickers, magnets, pins, and you want good quality, low-cost promotional items, check out Sticker Mule. Use our link below. We both get a $10 credit for a future order.
Hey, Ron, welcome in.
So, Tron does not have a date yet. That is correct. Although I keep seeing, news about them doing testing. They did did the first high speed, full speed test the other day. So we'll see when they decide to open Tron. It's been a long time coming. Really hope to see it open soon. I think it's going to make Tomorrowland look really cool with Tron and Space Mountain there side by side. Help inject some life back into Tomorrowland. I really hope at some point they fill the space that was previously occupied by Stitch's Great Escape. But very much looking forward to that opening up. At some point, we'll stay tuned and we'll make sure to let you know whenever we get a date. Remember, if you let's see here, if you can dream it, you can do it. We go live every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock p.m. Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. Be sure to join us live or watch on the replay. If you watch on the replay, let us know if you're part of the hashtag Team Replay like It's Joey's World is. We love Lisa, Keith, and Joey. Thank you so much for supporting us. If you're on Team Replay, make sure and let us know if there's something you'd like to hear us talk about on a Hitchhiker Chat. Let us know. We'd be glad to do so.
Definitely.
It's like it's like Tamatoa says in Moana. Are you just trying to get me to talk about myself? Because I will gladly do so in song form. If there's something you want to hear us talk about on Hitchhiker Chat, let us know, and we'll gladly do so. Let's see here. Again, we go live every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock p.m. Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. Be sure to join us live or watch on the replay. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get notifications when we go live and drop new videos. Check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you want to reach out to us, send us an Instagram message or email us at thehitchhikingbones@gmail.com. Again, thanks to everybody that chatted, that was in the chat. Great discussion tonight. Lots of excitement for the Kenobi series coming up on Friday.
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks for everybody saying hi to Aunt Susan and Aunt Joy. And also absolutely prayers for the families impacted by the unfortunate events today that took place over in West Texas. Absolutely prayers for the both the students and the teachers' families, and just absolutely awful situation. So, prayers appreciated. Thanks for everybody mentioning that in the chat. But just awful situation. So prayers for those impacted, and not just the families, but the fellow students, fellow teachers, and friends and family. So anyway, just very our hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to everybody impacted by that terrible situation. Again, just want to thank everybody for being here. We appreciate your support, encouragement. Appreciate you hanging in there too, especially those of you on the East Coast. I want to thank Aunt Susan and Aunt Joy, Jillian, Kylie, and other family members, James Ryan, Dean the Turkey Lexter, Francisco, Wonderful World of Walter's dad, Mark, J&N Travels, Pam's Fam, Tina DCS, AJC Magic TV, Surf Bum, Wonderful World of Walter, Sebastian the Crab, Stacy Rogers, Jonathan Young, one of our Star Wars lanyard winners, Ford Man aka Kenneth Oakes, Kevin Theme Park Adventure, T Marie's Place, Movie Mania Nick, Catherine Wilby, Paul Engel, Saltwater Born, Brian Eisenhart, Space Mountain Dave Cantrell, Najuma Brown, VIP Project, Adventures by D, Hatbox Ghost, Shirley W, Downscale, another one of our Star Wars lanyard winners, Debbie Burnfield. Then also Monarch Moments, Partner Channel, another Star Wars lanyard winner, donated to Mike Wheeler. This is Our Dream, Andy Coog 86, Mike Wheeler, and Ron Darrell Adventures. Thanks everybody for being here. If I missed you, I apologize. I do the best I can to keep an eye on the chat, focus on what we're talking about. So I do my best to juggle everything. But if I missed you, I apologize. Let me know if I missed you, and I can thank you for being here. properly. You got plenty of ways to spend your time. And we love talking Disney news and all things Disney with you here on Tuesday nights. Look forward to it every single week. Hope you all have a wonderful week. And may the Force be with you always. Anything else you want to mention, Mom?
Not that I can think of, guys. We appreciate you being here. And at the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, there's always room for one more. So please hurry back.
Have a great week, everyone.
Thanks so much, guys.
We have spoken. This is the way. And make sure to return next week because this is the stream you're looking for. Have a great week, everybody.
And may the Force be with you.